So we're now at part two. Part two is my backyard. Right here is one of my beds I have in my backyard. Actually, it's the only bed I have in my backyard. But this is my sweet potato bed. I have turmeric that volunteered. I grew it last year. I thought I pulled it and harvested all, and some more came back. But the rest of this is just sweet potatoes. We can grow sweet potatoes as a perennial year round here. So I left this as a sweet potato patch, and then that's just where I will continue growing my sweet potatoes. I know they say you should, or you will hear a lot of people say you should switch over and don't plant in the same area, but if it's not broke, don't fix it. I haven't had any issues with my sweet potatoes in the last 3 years of growing them here, so until something happens, I'm just going to continue growing them right here in this area. Next bed. So this is my grapefruit, and she is maybe 3 years old. I was told they take 4 to 5 years before they start fruiting. I want to say she's 3 years old. I need to water her too. She's 3 years old, but she's doing good. I've been keeping her trimmed, as you can tell. I try to keep the bottom clean. You know, I don't want rats or anything, squirrels crawling up here. So I try to keep her clean, but let's hope I get fruit this upcoming year. Then I have my orange tree, and I have had her 3 years. She gave me fruit the first 2 years. This year will be the first year she did not give me any fruit, and I don't know if because I didn't fertilize her or the chill hours we had last year. This year was too much, but I made sure I topped her with fertilized and mulched her. So let's hope I get fruit soon. I'm gonna leave my flower bed alone. I have planted about 6 different types of perennial flowers here to grow, and every last one of them died, from the sunflower to the milkweed. I mean, nothing survives in this bed, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it, but right now I'm just leaving it alone because it's getting the best of me. Okay. Second bed. I lied, y'all. I lied. I got 2 beds in my backyard. This is the second bed. Right now I have 6 cauliflowers, some ginger, and I just started garlic. So I'm experimenting with garlic. I started this garlic October 1st. And then I have one more bag of garlic that's in my refrigerator that I'm going to start somewhere else November 1st and see which one gives me a bulb or which one grows better here in my backyard. I know I'm growing soft neck garlic and it grows good in my area, but what is the best route for me to grow it in my backyard? And I'll give y'all an update on that experiment once we get this done. I found a nursery in my area that had a rotella plant. Y'all should have seen me. I was so excited. I've been looking for this plant. But it has buds on it. Mind you, it might drop off because I came home and immediately put it in the ground and I disturbed it, which I'm fine with that because I want to cut it down so it can blossom up like a bush versus a straight up stem. Because this is originally how they grow, but I want a bush look. So I'm just going to trim it. So next spring it will bush out like a bush. And since I have so much area over here, I'm going to harvest some of the flowers because I'll be dying to taste the tea. But I'm going to let a lot of them drop so it can just fill this area up so I can have more of a bush look with this rotella plant. This right here is supposed to attract hummingbirds. I'm not into flowers, y'all. I'm just starting to get into flowers with gardening. But it's great for beneficial bugs, bees, butterflies, hummingbirds. And it has this little pretty red flower on it. So it's also supposed to grow as a bush. So being that it's supposed to grow as a bush, I figured I'll put it here and it can eventually cover up this spot right here. And I think it will work perfectly, being that one of my windows in my house faces in front of it. So if I open up my windows, I may catch a hummingbird inside one of the flowers. We'll see. My olive plant. Yes, we can grow olives here. No, you cannot eat these olives. we don't get enough chill hours to eat these olives. You know, like the black and the green olives you have at a grocery store. We don't get enough chill hours to eat these olives here. But you can make olive oil. You can make olive oil. You can make olive oil with these olives. Okay. So these are only 2 pots I own, y'all. I got rid of all my pots. I'm not a pot person. It may work for you, it don't work for me. But I do have these pots, and I only kept them for the look of this setup that I have going on in my garden. But in these pots right now is turmeric and chives, onion chives. And then that one, it is bunching onions and turmeric in that one. And that's all I have going on in these. I'm going to eventually make these an annual flower bed pot. But since these were already here and growing, I just left them. Y'all see my baby banana plant? I'm so proud of myself. A co-worker at my job gave me a banana plant. The mother plant, I'm gonna show you in just a moment. She's over there. She gave it to me 2 years ago. No, I haven't got any bananas off the mother plant yet, but I have got a ton of baby pups that I have been picking off of it. And I probably picked like 3 pups off, and they all died but this one. So I got the mother plant when she was just this small as well. So I'm very excited to see what she'll do. This is a papaya plant. It's a perennial here. I mean, it depends on how cold we get, but it's a perennial here. And I kind of wanted this area to be like a tropical area. I'm gonna move the garbage can, but I wanted it to be more of a tropical area. So this is a papaya. It did have flowers on it when I purchased it, but I knew it was gonna fall off because, again, instead of me leaving it in the pot, I immediately came home, put it in the ground, and the flowers fell off. But I'm okay with that. I can wait another year to get papaya. So here's the mother plant. She's giving me plenty of babies. She's giving me plenty of pups. So this is the mother plant. And this is a pup that I let stay on there. And if you go around the back, I got another baby growing. But I've been harvesting the babies as they grow, hoping that it will give the mother plant energy so she can help produce. She's doing good, as you can tell. She's growing, but maybe next year I will get bananas, because I haven't got any bananas from her yet. And I think they said it takes a year to 2 years for bananas. But when I purchased her, I got her so small, and it was right around when it was getting cold out, and I really think the weather like stunt the growth. That's what I'm holding on to, is stunt the growth. So now she's just now bouncing back, and she's doing good, so let's hope we get some bananas. I go to pineapple, y'all. They wasn't lying. It was not lying. It takes pineapples at least 3+ years before you see fruit. I started this pineapple 2.5 years ago. Still don't got the pineapple. She's growing, she's spreading. I see the sprouts coming out. She has sprouts now coming out, but there's nothing coming up. So you definitely better have patience to grow pineapples. But I do want to grow more pineapples in this area. It's a look I'm going for, like a little zigzag in this area. But again, it's a process for pineapples. My cherry tree, I did have fruit on here, but I also got a daughter. Chances of her coming in here picking the cherries. So this is my cherry tree. She's doing good. I want her to be a bush. So I'm not gonna prune her just yet, because I want her to spread out a little and be a bush. I am gonna grab another one though. I'm gonna grab another one and put it right here. But yes, I'm looking for a bush look and not like a tree look with the cherries. But she's producing, she's giving me fruit, just not giving me enough of it, because my daughter is on her. So that is my cherry tree. So here is my blueberry. This is a blueberry that doesn't need 2 plants. It can produce all by itself without 2 plants. I'm not a fan of blueberries. Nobody in my house is a fan of blueberries, so I only got one blueberry bush. purchased it, it was a very small bush. It was like on clearance for like $5. But she's getting big, she's expanding, and I think she'll be just enough blueberries for my household, being that none of us are very crazy about blueberries. Blackberries, on the other hand, I'm getting mixed information. So if you know, drop it in my comment below and let me know. And if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification button so you can follow me on my journey of gardening. Blackberries, some say it needs 2 plants in order to produce fruit. In my area, the nursery said this will produce fruit all by itself. It doesn't need another blackberry plant to produce fruit. But I like blackberries. I actually love blackberries. This again was a plant that was on clearance for $5. The original plant was like $15. So I think I'll wait till I find me another deal and grab another blackberry plant and put next to it. But I was told I would get fruit without having to with this plant. We'll see. Another one of my babies I picked up from one of my local small nurseries in my area. If I'm not mistaken, it's a to cook plant, and you can just sit and eat the leaves, and they're actually good. I mean, granted, not everybody likes greenery, but this in Egyptian spinach is actually pretty good. I won't lie to you. But I got it when she was about this big, and she's getting tall, and I'm hoping she will also push out to fill this area in for me. If not, then I will go get another one and put it next to it, because I want that bush look going on right here. But you gotta try it. I mean, they're good. It has good protein. I eat it. Every time I come out in the garden, I'm picking and I'm eating it. I actually like the taste. So here's a broccoli that I grew from seed. I got quite a few from seed, and I stuck this here just to see what it would do, y'all. And she's growing, and I'm very excited about that. But this was originally my sunflower patch. This was the small sunflower patch. Oh, I got aphids all on my sunflower. Y'all, look at that. I'm gonna have to come spray this. But this was my, look at all those ants. That's why it's aphids, because it's ants. You got ants, you got aphids. So this was my original sunflower patch, and this is what's left from my sunflower patch. These is 2 different sunflowers over here. There's aphids all on this. But this is the last of the sunflowers, which in this area, they can fall down. I don't care if they fall down, and they can reseed, because this is an area I don't mind sunflowers growing and reseed. But I'm gonna go spray that, y'all. I didn't even know. Look at all those aphids. Jesus. Then we have lemongrass. This will be my second time I harvest my lemongrass. Topped it with some organic matter. Left it here. I know because it's getting cold, it's going to stunt it. It's not going to kill it. It's a perennial. It's going to stunt it though. But I promise you, springtime comes, it's going to bounce right back up. I mean, it's going to bounce up something beautiful. But that's lemongrass, and I also grew it in 2 other areas in my garden. So now that we walked my garden, just to give y'all a small update, I really don't have too much going on in the garden, but I have a lot going on in the garden. So everything's doing good over here in Portia's garden. Everything's growing in Portia's garden. Praise God about that one. So I will definitely keep you guys updated and post it on videos, harvesting time, any add-ons that I may add on to my garden, any changes of designs. I have ideas on adding more beds. My husband gonna kill me. I have ideas on adding more beds into my garden, as if what I got 13 beds is not enough. But thanks for staying to the end. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on my next video.